Hello. Let's get in the game. Finally making a non-Transformers video, who would have thought? So, Battlefront Conquest is an odd one. It's a hold the point game, like supremacy, conquest, control, whatever you want to call it, you know, like Star Wars Battlefront, but Lord of the Rings. And it's actually made by the people who made Battlefront 1 and 2, Star Wars Battlefront, the old ones, Pandemic Studios. But unlike those games, this game isn't very loved. In fact, it's hated, and it didn't even last like a year before it got shut down. Though I think that's supposed to do with the game being bad, and I think it has to do with Warner Brothers getting the rights over EA for the games. Though I think this game played a part in EA not continuing to have rights. Which led to the game and all the EA games getting delisted and sent to die. The sales were shut down, and the DLC was removed from stores, and now the DLC is almost lost media. The DLC gave you a Gothmog, not the book one, the film one, Boromir and Arwen. It also gave you a Mordor map and Among Hen, the place that Boromir died, as a map. And then it came to PC, and the few people who have it aren't willing to release it. The files for the 360 version are public, but the game runs like trash for next year, so sadly I won't be able to show you that. Because Exterior just doesn't work very well in this game, but maybe another time. So, this game came out in 2008, 2009, PS3, 360, PC, with a DS version as well. That was completely different. Let's quickly go into one more. So, as you can see, if you played Star Wars Battlefront on console, you may recognize this character vein. For some reason in this game, they decided to keep it from the console version, but instead of making the weird wrist they did for the PC version of Battlefront. For better or worse, I don't really know. Even for its time, this game isn't really that good graphically. That's a bit dark. The game does look a whole lot better on PC than it did on PS3 back in the day. Oh, that's giving me. I always liked this game,
you and your allies
no one
must
else
destroy
did.
the enemy.
It's hard to consider Gandalf and Saruman in this. They use Gandalf the white design and not Gandalf the grey. As much as I like this game, as you can see, it's a bit janky and unbalanced. But it's not a game that you should take seriously. It's just a game that's nice to play once in a while. I mean, the game doesn't look that bad on PC at high resolution. I don't know how I'm looking really good. The game had two campaigns. One that somewhat follows the movie, like 2% follows the movie, and like some random fanfiction one, whereas, oh, what happened if someone won? Which It's a bit random, but I guess it fits. I mean, a lot of games like doing that back in the day before people got insanely upset over canon. I mean, have you seen Star Wars: The Force Unleashed or the Transformers games? Like, there was a little bit of a craze for bad endings in licensed games. That's one thing I always confused about. I always get confused between what people call licensed and tie-in games. Like this game, I say it's a licensed game, but other people would call it a tie-in game. But I guess call whatever you want. Now I don't know if Frodo will sew it off here, but unlike Star Wars Battlefront, because obviously lightsabers don't exist, the differences between heroes and because the lightsabers and jetpacks don't exist, and there's not a billion types of different blasters, heroes are just really buffed up units in this game. And the units are like warrior, mage, archer, and scout. Now the scout can backstab anyone, and I mean anyone, and the backstab instantly kills them, no matter who they are. Sounds cool on paper, but when you have a random Gondorian nameless scout one-hitting someone, yeah, someone's a hero in this game. It's just annoying. Annoying. And
you are as weak as your women
and that's called the warrior. Yeah, that's another problem people had with this game. There's mages in this game. Like, just random Gondorian and Rohan mages and Orc mages. But they don't really exist. And I can make sense for Gandalf and Saruman because of what they actually are wizards. But everyone else, not really. And yeah, the mages is probably the most OP class in the game. They can heal, they can block archery, and they can practically fight just as well as anyone else.
I'm ready for you.
They don't have the timer mechanic they did in Battlefront. But the heroes are also just weaker in general. That's interesting. Some of the heroes had a special ability, like Aragorn can use the power ring of the dead to heal himself or something. And regulars can slide on a shield, but there's some really weird combinations to do that. And well, I found them somewhere, and then I converted them into somewhere, and then I had to go out of my way and like find them in keyboard controls, because most of them were in some console controls. But then I don't know where I actually left that. I left on some random comment somewhere, so I don't know what the exact combination is. But yeah, that's another thing that separates some of the characters. I think Grimwar has some bomb. Let's see if I actually can remember the button I mean. No, Sith. He's dead already. There, eat the backstab.
The forces of evil need 10 kills more
for victory. Animation, but anyone can do that. Even any scout can do that. Even the generic soldiers. And it instantly kills everyone. Even someone. So, yeah, this is pretty standard instant action. The main fun in the game was the multiplayer, and there is actually a whole Discord and fan service.
The forces of evil need 5 kills more for victory.
If you're on PC and you want to get into it, also got friends, there's Ran on PC, and I think there's split screen. Oh, I won.
Evil's victory is nearly at hand. The forces of evil
See, that
have
wasn't even the
prevailed
Conquest,
upon
that was
this
actually
day.
just a hero deathmatch. I don't know why I said hero deathmatch, I don't make sense to do later. So, yeah, that's really the main draw of this game. But instant action's still fun. Let me... quickly show off the archer. So, yeah, there's a good selection of maps in this game. So depending on the map, sometimes it's Gondorian, sometimes not.
Conquest. Capture all the territories.
The game sometimes has dark screen. You have to like tab out, fix, weird. And also, like Battlefront, the heroes are different on each map. I think there's only one hero per map. I think on one hand you could actually choose between Ruts or Goth Mobs, but I don't know, I never owned a DLC back in the day. It feels bad, especially since how rare it is. You may have to hear it or maybe not. But there is a movie score playing in the background, which is something. That was a good point of the Star Wars games, and honestly I think one of the things that's better music than Star Wars, so that's even better thing here. Yeah. Oh, is he gone now? So, then that's an unpopular opinion on what Star Wars music is better. Star Wars is worse, I think. What am I saying? And yeah, now problem in this game may or may not have accuracy depending on who you are. The warriors can, like, light up their swords. Depending on what character you are, it's like either some weird flame or purple or like green. But obviously, I don't remember the part where Aragorn could just combust the top of the sword or anything. I'm pretty sure the Witch King does it once, but I'm pretty sure it was yellow and not purple. I think they're going to make it purple here. And the regular soldiers definitely seem to be able to do this. I don't mind. I care about things respecting the source material. However, when it comes to the tiny orbit, I don't really care. Like, I've never questioned once anything in the Shadow of games. So it's kind of a mess if you look at the films and that, but as long as it's still Lord of the Rings feeling and it's fun, I don't care. Yeah, the voices in this game were a bit rough.
Son of Arathorn!
The only person to reprise their role is Hugo Weaving, who's the narrator, and he narrates the cutscenes in the campaign mode, both campaigns. And he's obviously Elrond if you get to play as him. But everyone else is a replacement, and some of them are okay, and some of them are just awful. Oh no. I think ones like Aragorn are taken from the tie-in games, like the actual movie games, and some of them are just other people they got. None of them are good. Like, obviously, replacement actors are replacement actors, but even then, it is not. I've heard
Should
better.
the forces of good gain 50 points more, they shall succeed.
A lot better. But it's not all bad. And at least there's one person to reprise their role. And honestly, I just find it surprising that Hugo Weaving for people And I guess it's best for it to be him. But I prefer it to be someone like Christopher Lee. Having him be the narrator makes it worth it. And let's go into campaign level now. I'll say the evil one. I'm not good at this game at all. So there's two campaigns. So they said one that's like a sequel to Lord of the Rings, but say what if Frodo didn't manage to put it into Mount Doom, and so he gets to Mount Doom, but the Nazgûls take it, and everything goes wrong from there. When Lord of the Rings is a kind of retelling. I mean, it's not exactly right. And Mines of Moria isn't even like when the Fairies were there. It's Gimli going there with some soldiers after the fact or something. But it's okay. The evil campaign is, well, if you ever played any Transformers game or Star Wars Force Unleashed, you know what you're in for. You get to be cool and murder everyone. I know it's like really fan-fictiony, like oh, but someone like revives Saruman and everything. And then he goes and takes the Sire and takes everything. It's still fun though. It's something I miss in modern games, with people getting a little bit more defensive over their favourite properties. Either because they have nostalgia for them and grew up and had more nostalgia for them, or just because of things like how big the MCU and Star Wars is. People just like consistency, I guess. So I'm pretty sure this was EA's final game with the license.
Weakened by the One Ring's power.
Yeah, this is what I mean
claims it for himself.
about it's good as Hugo Weaving, because he does all the cutscenes for each level in both campaigns. Campaigns are pretty short and they're your standard stuff, like just like a middle accent, innocent accent, but just with more flair to it.
His Nazgûl now hasten to Mount Doom, all other thoughts banished from their minds. They obey but a single deadly aim.
But that's how Battlefront was, and a lot of games are like that. It may be nicer to have a more in-depth campaign, but it's good for what it's worth.
The onrushing Nazgûl shall tolerate no delay, and will slay any dark servant who dares block their path.
So this is the first level of the evil campaign. So I think you actually have to be the good one to unlock it.
The betrayers hold the Witch King's mask within their prison. Seize it. Slay any who stand in your way.
I honestly think that tying I think the Tying of the King was pretty fun for what it was worth. And besides that, I don't really think we have enough good Lord of the Rings games. I say the same thing for everything. I say the same thing with Star Wars, I say the same thing with Transformers, but it's true, really. I mean, besides the Solo games, what really big budget, proper modern Lord of the Rings games are there? Battlefront really worth its cool, but at this current point old abandonware, which is in full need of redo.
Aid comes for the
It's
traitors.
like another RTS styled game. Titan Games is just dead now, so it's not going to see anything Rings of Power. I'm not going to see anything Rings of Power, and honestly, I wouldn't care for that.
Find it for me, fool.
You know, the music in the background, it does make these pretty cool levels. It's a very fan fiction-y what if, but it's still a cool alternate scenario that will more use in the main campaign.
We have the Witch King's mask. Lord Sauron shall now call him back. Take it to the
As you can see, there's a lot of probably about like more effort put into this game, because at times it is a bit rough. Like if you take a guard, the defensive block stance, like there's not even an animation really. It looks like it's just quickly. Because it just looks weird. I mean, I'm stammering it now, but it just doesn't look right. I actually think the game's broken. I do not remember the effects looking like this on the sword. I don't remember them looking like that. Like it's maybe like a purple frame, I'm sure. Doesn't matter. I don't know. Maybe Broom's disabled. I know disabling Broom in this game makes fire look weird.
You please your master. You have delivered your burden. Lord Sauron requires the blood of the traitors. Slay them for their insolence. Bleed them dry, you fools.
This game is a bit it's a bit annoying on hard difficulty. Like, not just the imbalance, like how imbalanced it is, just the way the AI is. AI is on the hard difficulty, which I think is a unlock. Like, you only have casual and hard, and then you got casual and heroic, and legendary is unlocked by completing the game. That's annoying. There's also a few parts in the campaign that's annoying. There's one part where you have to protect the gate, Gondor's gate, near Tyrion's gate, and it's just
fate is
pure pain.
away, fool.
So, as for playable characters in this game, besides your generic people, I think for the heroes you have the Witch King, Nazgul, Mouth of Sauron, Grimwar, Saruman, Sauron, Vert, Faramir, Gandalf, Frodo, I was.
Weakling, you have failed.
You have my brain not working. Elrond. My brain is on. You got the DLC when you get Arwen, Boromir and Gothmog. Two of which are welcome additions and one of which is quite random. But they are nice. Line up. Isildur, you get Isildur as well. Okay, I sucked at that. I'm not. But whenever I like, let's try this again. But I know I'm going to be skipping it here. But whenever I like is the Rivendell one on the Evil campaign. So let me quickly see this one.
Rivendell has become an island, storms raging upon all sides. The last elves of Middle-earth have gathered with me here to make our final stand. Should the elves of Rivendell fail to halt Sauron's onrushing tide, little will remain to resist the smothering darkness. We must sacrifice our immortality here, in service of all that yet survives in Middle-earth.
Trust me, I like Elrond. I don't like this level just because you get to kill him. In fact, that's probably the worst part of this level. So you get to kill Gandalf, you get to kill Frodo, you get to kill Elrond, you get to kill...
We gotta regroup quick!
Elrond.
Grab that area inside the gate!
See how OP the maids is. You know, cinema exists. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention. Well, I did forget to mention. You can play as Ents and Trolls on certain levels. Like, you just see them called up to a ball in a corner somewhere, and you just go up to them and eventually take control of them.
Drive them out of this place, boys! We need to claim it!
Which is cool. I'm pretty sure on the Permanent Field level there's also a mount. There's a really thing that makes me question why was this game so hated? I can see it not getting glowing reviews, but I feel like on the pages this game would have been undeserved. I think this was the Pandemic's second to last, if not their last game, before they went.
We need this self-ground for us orcs!
It's the same. Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 were pretty fun, and this game's pretty fun. So it's sad to see them go. I don't really think the Battlefront game, Star Wars Battlefront, is like a massive masterpiece. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but they're still fun games, really, in the grand scheme of things. That's the only thing that matters. Which, I guess it's something that's just been lost in recent years. Let's see, I remember, I think there may be trolls in this level. Maybe not.
Hold this ground, boys! We need it!
Yeah, I'm probably get a number of lives, like in the corner. Like 3, I'm pretty sure that's your lives. That's only in the campaign mode. I'm pretty low. Honestly, I think the main thing about this game that got people upset was the Barrison. And in a game that's meant to be, you know, mostly focused on its online mode, that is a bit of a problem. Whoa. It's odd.
Push on, dogs! We need this for us orcs!
How it just didn't do any bouncing patches. I hate it. The game died when I was meant to. The game definitely wouldn't have lost more than 10 months or a year. There we go. That was right, so it's a bit weird on how I just cast up here. But you do get to play as them, which is cool. Yeah, you can see it's not an overly exciting campaign mode, but it's fun. That's why I like the Evil campaign. Because why would I want to play through a bad recounting of the movies when I can just play Return of the King? Return of the King is infinitely better than what we can in the film. So, the Evil campaign is a nice way to waste some time when you're bored and relaxing.
Get across the river and secure the area, boys!
If you ever played like the main version of the first Transformers game, the 2007 one, like it's kind of evil campaign, but it doesn't really go all into it. It doesn't really make you feel bad or powerful. But the DS version did, and stuff like the Force Unleashed and this game does, and depending on who you are, you'll either love the game for it, or absolutely despise the game. Depending on who you are.
Look at that elf bell tower! Get a signal flare over to it!
Sounds like that Takabura theme sound. That's
Get to the bell tower and break it up, boys! That'll make them cry! You did it, you maggot!
I don't think there was any chance for this game to ever be as popular as Battlefront.
Cut through to the bell tower with that flare,
But
you
still, I wonder what
coward.
it could have been. I would have sort of been happy if at least the DLC came to PC. Or at least the DLC was sold for more than 5 minutes. That sort would have been nice. So, the concept of DLC. The whole deistic thing may remind you of other games. Spider-Man, Transformers.
Wants us to wipe out every memory of
But
elves.
unlike those
Let's
games,
rip up the elf record.
the DLC for this game isn't as publicly available online. And, you know, if you're a Transformers fan, which, considering my channel's content, I'd hope you are, you may know that also the Render the Fallen Transformers game also had the whole DLC norm PC thing. But at least then, you can emulate it easily on RSP, not easily at all, but easily find it for RSP3 and for 360, where you're not going to be emulating that anytime soon. However, on this one, it took years, like it took until a few months ago, for someone to finally publicly release the file, the 360 version. Well, I probably died one before then. But even then, the PS3 files still are not publicly released. And emulating this game is a bit of a pain. It runs okay, but then the broom is broken, and then there's something you have to do to fix the broom, and in fixing that, the game starts to run poorly. I'll try to see if I can get it working, even if it's at low FPS. Just for another video soon. I actually have a video complete of me just doing it with the same thing. Talking random stuff, playing Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2. But I haven't released it yet. And it's just there unlisted on my channel. I could probably have released that before making this one. But I'm not fully done editing that.
Let's go on, my elf history, you maggots! Fighters.
Oh, let me get to this good part of the level. Okay, I may be a bit harsh when I said the game didn't look the best for its time, but trust me, the game did look a whole lot worse on PS3. 1440p is quite good. Looking like I'm gonna make it. Okay. I'm not really proving myself to be a very good gamer, am I? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, your archers get like multi-shot and everything. What? Again? I mean, I guess it's not too... Then two, when it gets some sort of gunpowder in it. No!
Let's go on, my elf history, you maggots!
Oh, it's actually so close. There goes my player positive level.
We lost it!
The main thing I want to do is actually show you Sauron, so I guess I can just show you him in this action. This is what I mean about the black screen, you see. I'm afraid much of a scout. So, if you're looking to play this game,
Conquest. Capture all the territories.
Turn into a Pirate of the Caribbean character, or you're going to have to find a disc. Finding a disc is like the only option if you're on console. It's not too hard. And if you're on PC, you're going to need to find a no disc pack anyway. So you might as well just find it online. Because you're going to have to be no disc packing it anyway. The game did get another DLC. Well, I say another, it actually came out before the other one I pretty saw. But that DLC was just really multiplayer content. It was just some more arena maps. Which were nice. It was nice on multiplayer, but obviously when we don't have servers on console, it's a bit of a problem. There has been efforts to port the DLC to PC, but trust me, I've been in that camp for far too long, both for this game and Transformers Under the Fallen, and actually Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2 as well, and actually a whole bunch of games, because the DLC not coming to PC was common back in the days when you couldn't just turn on updates in an instant. And none of those games got the DLCs ported. I think this game runs on the same engine as Battlefront, and Battlefront actually got its Xbox DLCs ported. So who knows? I actually still have that mod in the Battlefront video. So it is possible, but it's probably not going to happen. But it's the same. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make a video if I can get that working. And now I think about it, I never set off the DLC on Transformers because I just couldn't get it working either when I was P3, even though I got it working in the past. I mean, the DLC was somewhat small. I mean, 3 characters, 2 maps. It's cool. But I don't like to care about Gothmog too much. Owen is actually based off her costume that you never see from her Helm's Deep battle. And yeah, I like Owen. Bo's one of my favourite characters, so I do miss the fact that I can't play it. But what you gonna do? Oh no, I'm gonna win. Okay,
Should the forces of good gain 50 points more, they shall succeed.
Let's change these settings actually. Assign hero. So assign hero, I think it should be. Not just to 100, so I can actually say so on. He's nothing special. He's just a warrior archetype. Gameplay style. And as I said before, one hit kill. He dies in 1 hit. Is this even the right map? Okay, it is. But it's cool, you get to play as someone. If you couldn't tell, this is a movie styled game.
Capture all the territories.
For the most part. I actually think that has to do with the fact that EA only had the film licenses, and the other licenses went to Vivendi, I think. I don't remember exactly. But it's available games like the War of the Ring God, yes, and the 5th of the Ring game, and the Hobbit, I think. That's my own guy. But as there we go, here's someone.
If the forces of evil gain but 50 more points, they shall be triumphant.
Tall and powerful. Still can get killed in 1 hit, bro. Okay, I see it's up to 100 points. What am I going to say?
The forces of evil have prevailed upon this day.
So, what is Conquest? Not a bad game. I've always enjoyed Warlord's Conquest. I never actually found out that people hated it until, well, long after the game died. So, it's a fun game that you get a few hours of enjoyment for playing the campaign, and just a few hours here and there in some action. And if you're anyone who is serious about playing this game and didn't know, there is a fan Discord with fan servers. It's something that I've never looked into, but if you wanted to 5 people who were serious about this game back in the day. Maybe that's worth checking out. I think that's enough for today. Thanks for watching.